Good morning, good morning. This is your girl, Kotiri, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. Y'all know I'm on my way to work, but I'm actually at work in the parking lot of my job. Y'all know I talk fast. But good morning. I want to talk about the Taraji P. Henson, excuse me, and Oprah Winfrey, the Color Purple musical movie release, and also the debacle behind Taraji P. Henson speaking up about her pay disparity in the industry, even though she's been an actress in Hollywood for 20 plus years. Okay, I know this happened last month ago when The Color Purple dropped on Christmas, which I did see with my two daughters the day after Christmas. Now I'm gonna tell you, I am an original fan of the original Color Purple. You know what I'm saying? That movie was released way before I was born, but growing up, I have watched a Color Purple on and off. Okay, now I'm not into musical movies and all the dancing and singing. You know, I'm not into Broadway type of movies, but The Color Purple is like a musical. And that kind of went over my head. It was announced that it was a musical, type of movie. It wasn't like an actual regular, a blockbuster Hollywood movie like the original Color Purple, but it's a whole thing with Taraji P. Henson and Oprah that took place. Now, Taraji P. Henson have been promoting The Color Purple alongside Oprah, Fantasia, and Danielle. I forgot her last name. She was in Orange is the New Black, that Netflix show. I don't know her last name, so don't hold me to it. But, they've been promoting the film like they're supposed to. Now, of course, as you promote the film, you get asked questions. And, Taraji P. Henson been very honest and vocal about kind of like the treatment that she received while she was filming on set of The Color Purple. Like, they didn't kind of like shuffle them around, hire a personal driver to, bring them to the studios or to the production of the filming. They basically gave them rental cars. I guess she's, used to someone picking her up like an Uber, personal driver. She is like, I consider Taraji a A-list actress. I don't know what y'all consider her, but she's been, in the industry 20 plus years. I originally, seen her for the first time when she did the Baby Boy film with Tyrese Gibson. She might have been acting before then, but that's when I first discovered Taraji P. Henson. But she was also stated how they didn't have food, snacks. I'm not even sure if they had water at this point. They didn't have personal trailers. Normally when you're A-list actress, you have your own little trailer. You know what I'm saying? You have your own little dressing room, but they didn't have none. So I guess they were sharing amongst each other. And so as she was doing promoting the film, she was letting this be known that it was kind of treated, kind of like different from what she was used to. And she was very surprised because remember, Oprah is one of the producers behind the film. A lot of the black actors and actresses did this film solely because of Oprah and them knowing her in the industry. And hey, it's Oprah. They didn't do this for Steven Spielberg. Remember, Steven Spielberg is a producer. He's a writer. Okay? He produced and he writes movies. So all of this, of course, roads led to Oprah when Taraji P. Henson started to expose, how it was filming the musical Color Purple. She was very surprised how they was kind of like, in a way, mistreated. And she had to kind of like phone Oprah about this, like, hey, they don't even have food for us, you little knickknacks, okay? They don't even have personal chauffeurs for us, personal drivers to pick us up from our home and take us to the set. We don't even have, trailers, individual trailers, the main, cast. Excuse me, the main people, the main actresses, the leading role actresses. We don't even have our own private personal trailer. So she basically disputed, and she basically let Oprah know what was going on. Oprah did eventually fix it. Now, I had seen the comments, I watched other people commentary regarding this when I was not on social media, I wasn't on YouTube, and people were saying that why is Oprah getting 100% of the blame? Why should she not get 100% of the blame? Again, as I stated, a lot of the black actors and actresses were cast by Oprah. They wasn't really cast by Steven Spielberg. Do y'all really think Steven Spielberg cast a lot of these black actresses and actors? No, it was Oprah. A lot of them have an affiliation with Oprah, especially Taraji P. Henson and Fantasia. And remember, the Daniela girl also been doing this Color Purple musical in Broadway. So yes, all roads lead to Oprah, and Oprah is going to get a lot of the backlash, and she's going to get a lot of the heat from, you know what I'm saying, them basically saying how their experiences was filming The Color Purple. Oprah is responsible for a majority of this because she hired these casts. And like I said, Oprah naming industry carry weight. This woman been inside and radio. She been inside the industry, specifically radio and TV show, for almost 50 plus years. She's been doing this since early 80s. I believe, I will say about almost 50 something years. So Oprah is a big name. Okay, she's very powerful. So I expect Oprah should have known what was going on, but maybe she didn't care. Because remember, Oprah have a very, very bad stigma behind her name and mistreating certain actors and actresses in the industry, and Monique was one of them. Okay, so Taraji started telling her truth. And this rubbed people in the wrong way because Taraji, she's not problematic. She's very quiet. You know, she do what she needs to do in Hollywood, and she exit stage left. But she also started to say that she didn't almost take this role in The Color Purple as playing Shook Avery because of the pay disparity. She felt like she wasn't getting paid her worth. Now, Taraji P. Henson is a A-list actress, and I express this because it's the truth. She won an Oscar. And I've heard in the industry, when you win an Oscar, certain awards, Emmys, Tonys, that your pay grade and your pay rate's supposed to go up. Now, we know it would never be on the same level as, you know, the other counterparts, white actors and actresses. It would never, it's going to always be pay disparity inside Hollywood, inside, you know, any type of industry. They don't treat, you know, black people fairly and pay them fairly, such as, you know, the white the white female and the white male actresses. It's not, the pay is never the same. So, you know, she spoke up about this, and I think she was very kind of taken back about what they wanted to offer her, but I think she did it solely because of Oprah, and she knows Oprah, and she looks up to her. Oprah, you know, probably basically, you know, got her a lot of roles in certain films. You know, she probably spoke highly of her, and she did it because of Oprah. So a lot of people did not go to the movies once she kind of had that interview with Gayle King. She was on the podcast and she started crying. People backed away from supporting the musical Color Purple. And of course, you know, Oprah got a lot of backlash, you know, behind this. People started coming for her and saying how they would discuss about her actions. How come, you know, she didn't, all this was kind of like fixed before they came to the production, before they started shooting, to make sure they was, you know, comfortable. They had trailers. She should have been on her job, basically, as a producer. She should have been there, you know, physically, so she could know what was going on. I guess Oprah wasn't physically there doing the filming. She probably came doing certain parts of the filming, but I guess she probably wasn't there for the whole filming. Because how do you not know that these people don't have personal trailers? How do you not know that they don't have personal drivers to pick them up? Why do you have to get a phone call of Taraji telling you, hey, we kind of being mistreated here? That's very embarrassing. So when they start to kind of tell their truth, of course, you know, Oprah, you know, came out defending herself and saying that, you know, she can't take the, you know, 100% of the blame. Yes, you do. Because you hired these people. Not Steven Spielberg, not the other producers. So, you know, of course, a lot of people stopped supporting The Color Purple. And I heard, like, at the time, a couple of weeks ago, I think that it only just, the movie ticket sales are only at like 50 or 60 million. It probably should have been at over 100 million if, you know, Taraji didn't kind of talk about pay disparity in the industry and how, you know, she's been 20 plus years in the industry. She worked her way up, you know, to the rankings of being an A-list actor, and she's still getting paid like if she's a C or D-list actress. She's still getting, you know, lowballed and also getting low pay. She's in a low pay tax bracket when she should be making millions. Now, a lot of people felt like, you know, she did a couple of months ago express how she fired her whole management team. I don't know what was the reason behind that. You know, mind you, you know, when you take on a role, you know, of course there is a movie contract. They're going to have an offer that they want to pay you. You can either say yes or no, or you can put your counter offer on the line. It doesn't mean they're going to accept it. They might accept it. They might say no. So people feel like Taraji P. Henson, people basically fumbled the ball with her recent movie deals and contracts. They didn't speak up for her pay like they should have. I'm not sure if she spoke up for her pay. She probably felt like, hey, I'm Taraji P. Henson. I won an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony, and you should pay me my worth. So I don't know how that works behind the scene. However, but like I said, she was very sad about it. She got emotional. She worked so hard. And Taraji P. Henson is one of the most hardest black sought-out actors inside the Hollywood industry. Her, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, my girl, God, what's her name from Waited to Exhale, Angela Bassett, and they still also are not paid their worth. And these women been in this industry for 20, Angela Bassett 30, almost going on 40 years, and she still not, and she just finally won an Oscar in 2024. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to always be unfair treatment amongst black people in the industry. And Monique was trying to tell everyone this a couple of years ago, particularly about Oprah, how Oprah gets down. You know what I'm saying? She hides her hand. She plays dirty. She appeared, to be so nice and friendly in front of the world, in front of the TVs and certain beings in Hollywood. But when you really get to know her, she's nasty. And the way that her, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry did Monique when she filmed Precious, and she did Lee Daniels a favor, and even though she took $55,000, around that, it's around that little ballpark. It was 50. I don't know if it was 54, 55,000, but they pay her for that role in Precious, and she won an Oscar. And then they got a nerve to tell her to promote the film with that $55,000 pay rate they gave her. Mind you, she got to pay her people, wardrobe stylist. She got to pay her casting agents, taxes. So by the time, she gonna walk away for by almost $30,000. By the time Uncle Sam's get their money and she pays whoever she pays. Maybe 30 or 28,000. They really didn't give her a lot of money for that role, and they should have gave her a budget if they wanted her to promote the film. So she did what she was supposed to do with her contract, but they wanted her to do more with no extra money. And I understood where Monique was coming from. And when she spoke against them, they blackballed her because, like I said, Oprah Winfrey is very powerful. She's been in the industry. She's well known by a lot of executives and producers. But they did Monique wrong, and when she went to speak up about it, they basically silenced her and stopped her from working in the industry, and that was messed up. And so not only that, but Monique been saying how a lot of actors and actresses in Hollywood are paid unfairly. And you work hard, and when you achieve an Oscar and you get a Tony and an Emmy, you still treated, like I said, a CRD list actor, actress. So she been talking about this. This was not solely about Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry and Oprah, which she have her own personal revenge and vendetta against them because basically they fucked her over. But she was trying to tell people to speak up. But you know how it is. Look, I don't want to mess up my bag. I don't want to mess up my name and get blackballed along with you, Monique. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you go out there and do you fight your own battle until it hits you. Until you get done dirty, I get thrown on the bus, and then you understand and you want to side with Monique. But Monique been fighting this fight for many years, and she's finally getting back in the industry a couple of years ago, thanks to 50 Cent for talking on her behalf, who's also executive and producer and the creator of the Power trilogy. I'm glad he spoke up for Monique because he's seen how Oprah did her wrong, and I'm glad he wasn't scared to call her Oprah. But like I said, no one understands and cares until they're in that situation and they're being fucked over. And so this is why I feel like with Taraji P. Henson, I feel bad, but in a way I don't feel bad because if you would at least sided with Monique, and we're not saying come after Oprah or Lee Daniels, but kind of saying, I wish black women in general or black actresses and actors in Hollywood get a fair pay. You didn't have to target Oprah, Tyler Perry, or Lee Daniels, but you could have just wrote a post in agreement to what Monique was saying, but you didn't. And I'm glad, Monique, she did speak about, she was on a podcast. She spoke about how she felt about the situation. She didn't really, she kind of felt, and she kind of, felt bad for Taraji. And she kind of was very nice with speaking about what was going on. And she definitely had her foot on Oprah's neck and basically blamed Oprah, which I agree. But I really wish people really would have seen what Monique was talking about. I know her delivery, and, of course, she cursed them out, and, she been on their neck and stuff, and maybe that's probably why they didn't want to back her, because they were like, oh, girl, you going in on them, and we don't want to get blackballed either. But it wasn't solely about Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels, and it wasn't solely about Oprah. It's about the unfair treatment of black actresses. But people didn't see it how Monique was trying to explain it, I guess. I'm going to do a part 2 to this, y'all.